Aloha offline sharks. It's Friday. It's the Aloha marketing jam session. As you can see, we're excited. We're decked out in red. We did not plan this, by the way. Nick threw us, I got to wear my hoodie. And he threw it on at the last second. And now we're both in red. What are you going to do? Great minds. What are you going to do? Great minds. Well, welcome to the live show, everybody. We have a great one lined up for you today. We're going to talk local marketing. We're going to do some shark shout outs. We're going to give away some cash. How do they do that? We're going to give away some cash during the live and talk about a few things we've been working on, take questions from you. We're excited for it. So grab a cool drink. I'm going to fire up the intro.
Are you ready for the fastest 60 minutes of local marketing strategy, tactics, tips, and fun on planet Earth? It's now time. The moment you've been waiting for. After 167 agonizing hours, they've returned. Broadcasting live from their island retreats, smack dab in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and now back for a brand new Sharks Live show. It's your hosts, the Offline Sharks, Tom Gaddis and Nick Ponte.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. We love the applause. It makes it good.
Makes it good.
What's up, Dorn? Robert,
What's
how's
up,
it going,
Dorn?
man? Richard Cronin.
What's up,
You know,
Richard?
Nick, I saw that message you and Cameron were saying in Slack, and I thought it was Richard that you guys were going to reach out to.
It was probably Richard. Damn it, Richard. We
I
need
had
to get on
totally
the next-
forgot about it until I saw you guys talk about it. And I was like, actually, I think it was Richard.
I think it was.
Yep. What's
Just
up,
stretch
Curtis?
the foot out a little bit. It's a little small for my big head.
Oh.
What about my shirt, Patty? Well, I finally got the hoodie, the red hoodie.
Yeah. Today, baby. Forget someday. Today. That's what matters. Awesome. Awesome. We're excited you guys are all here. Dorn said it was Richard. See?
We need Richard. We need to get you on the next AGM training next month, if possible.
Yeah. Awesome.
Richard did it.
Well, I see people are coming on. I know we have some a couple of things we're going to do today. We're going to actually keep today's show kind of casual. Like we're going to spend a lot more time talking. I'm actually not even going to do a book this week, Nick. I was like, nope, I'm not doing a book this week. We're just we're going to talk local marketing. You guys have enough to read. I have enough to read. If I panned this camera around right now, you guys would be like, oh my God, Tom. I'm looking at a stack of probably there's probably 8 books that I bought off Amazon to read that I haven't even touched yet. And I still ordered another one 2 days ago. Like, what's wrong with me? I don't know.
Jacqueline, you're right. It's getting pretty hot in this hoodie. I'm like trying to front like it's nice. I mean, I turn the air down every time I come in here.
I didn't even turn it up.
Elle turns it up.
Oh, you didn't turn it up.
Her and Devin look like they're living in an igloo when you go in there. They're like freaking all bundled up in sweatshirts and sweatpants and
I'm hot.
Ay.
It's hot. It's
That's
Hawaii.
right. I do need Bookaholics Anonymous, that's for sure. Hey, listen, before we get to the shark shout outs, I have a shout out I want to give first. And I don't even know if this person is watching, but I'm going to do it anyway, because tomorrow is my 15-year wedding anniversary. So my wife, Miranda, has put up with me for 15 years. Most of those, I was not just broke, I was more than broke. So she has been there through the good, the bad, the ugly. She was always supportive of my crazy ideas, even when nothing was working, out and she had to go get a job so we could buy groceries and support and feed the kids. So yeah, a big shout out to my wife. I love her. I appreciate all her support. So thanks, Mandy.
Anybody else can relate to that? Anybody have a significant other that might be like, what the hell are you doing on the computer all the time? Wondering what the hell is going on when you're at the Aloha Jam Friday marketing jam session. But also, Tom, how'd she do it?
yeah. Like, man, I don't know. She's crazy. She must be more messed up than I am to stick with me for 15 years. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I think it's, if you're in a, everybody's in different parts, right? But I think if you're in a relationship, it's important to, have good communication, right? You have to have good communication, and really, ultimately, it comes down to having some faith, right? I mean, like, so many things I had done had not worked out. Like, I mean, she had no reason to trust that what I was going to do next was going to work out. You know what I mean? But she did. And I love her for that.
Yeah. It's teamwork, right?
Yeah. Teamwork. What is it they say? Teamwork makes the dream work.
It's true. You just got a from the desk next to me.
That's right. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, let's do some, Doug says 30's coming up for him. That is true. They are saints. They are saints to deal with this. A special breed. Congratulations, Doug. That's awesome. 30's amazing. Nick's the rookie. He just got married.
I know. It's a long road ahead, I hear.
It's a good road, though, Nick. It's a good road.
Robert says his wife wouldn't let him own a computer. So she's gone. Uh-oh. He chose the computer.
Yeah. Awesome. Well,
So
let's do some short shout-outs. Let's do some short shout-outs.
I had a funny joke.
Here, I'm going to share my screen here. So, by the way, guys, before I do that, every week we make a post in the Facebook group. And if you go each Friday, if you actually go to this link, you will see the new post. Cameron switches it out because he's a rock star in the operations department. He switches it out every week for the new post. So you can always find the new Shark Shout Out post just by going to offlinesharks.com/shout outs. Pop that in and you will see it. And so what we would like you to do, I'm going to share my screen here, is go to that post and just leave a congratulations, a way to go. Hey man, that's awesome work to all the people that we're going to do the shout out for this week. And then I don't know, Nick, are we going to give away some Cash App money around this?
I think we should. If you guys can give us some love on the stream, give us some likes. Jacqueline, holy cow, 37 years of marriage.
Wow. Congratulations, Jacqueline. That's awesome.
Yeah, let's do it, you guys. If you go to that post right there and you like the post, give them a comment, congratulate them for getting clients and taking action. By the end of the stream, we're going to go through that list of everybody that comments, pull a couple of winners, and then give you some Cash App money immediately. And for those of you that don't know, you can actually buy crypto through the Cash App now. So we can give you the money, and you can buy some Bitcoin, you can buy some Ethereum, get some Ether, and hey, you might be able to turn that money into a lot more money just by leaving it there.
Man, I was just reading an article the other day about NFTs. Like, that's insanity. Insanity. Anyway, if you don't know what they are, you have to check them out. I don't know. It just seems crazy to me. Seems crazy. Here, let me see. Can I make this bigger? Nope, it doesn't go any bigger for me. All right, well, look, here's our shout outs for this week. So first off, we've got Thomas Hatcher. He picked up 2 website clients and 2 social media clients this past weekend. Congratulations, Thomas Hatcher. That's awesome. Websites, as you guys know, is one of the services that we've built our agency on, right? And I know a lot of people just kind of, want to do something different, but it is one of those services where your chances of running into somebody who needs help with their websites are super high, right? Usually regardless of wherever you're at.
It's kind of like a car, right? Like almost everybody has a car. Almost every business owner has a website, and if they don't, they know they need one. So it's easy to transition them into that sale. But if they have one, they're going to need some help with it, right? There's going to need to be some maintenance, just like a car.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to go grab this here in a second. So our next shout out goes to Jocelyn Wing. So Jocelyn closed a $300 website design for someone who lost their business last year. I actually saw this post in the Facebook group. It was really good. She said the client knows a ton of business owners everywhere. He's now sending her referrals, which is really awesome. I mean, and that, again, that's something whenever you guys are working with a client, like asking them when you're done, like, hey, is there anybody that I might be able to help, or anybody you know that you think I could help? Those warm referrals are those are gold, right? When you're able to reach out to another business and be like, hey, the reason I'm calling you is because Jocelyn told me to reach out to you. It really, really shifts that conversation and that dynamic.
Yeah. They're like, Jocelyn, I love Jocelyn.
Yeah. Yeah. We've also got a shout out to our buddy in Arizona, Mr. Jeff Hershey, or Jeff Short, as he's known. So Jeff closed a low 5-figure website project. I saw the post about this too. It was really awesome. Client stated that he won this contract because he listened to their needs and they made it into the proposal. That is a super big thing there, right? Think about that. Because, Nick, we get so many people that message us and email us all the time because they want a proposal. They just want the template, right? Just give me the template that works. Templates are good. They're a good place to start, and they can save you from, starting from a blank page and doing zero. But even if you have a template, you need to customize that. You need to listen to what the client needs and put that in your proposal. And there's no way to template that part, right? Because every client's going to be unique. Their needs are going to be unique. Their situation's going to be unique. So always look for opportunities where you can custom. We are big believers in this. We do it in our prospecting. We believe it's worth it to take more time to investigate the people you're reaching out to for a little bit so you can customize the outreach than it is to just send out 1,000, however we're doing it, make 1,000 call or whatever it is we're doing. We believe in quality over quantity. So we would rather reach out to fewer people, but do it in a more, what's the word I'm looking for?
Targeted.
A more, targeted way, in a more way where we've done some research on them and we can do it in a more customized way, right? Than to just reach out to a bunch of people. And that's made a big difference for us. I know the general thinking, though, is people want lead tools that pull in hundreds of thousands of leads, and they want all this. I know when I focus on 50 to 100 potential prospects, that's way more than enough to keep me busy.
You guys would laugh if you knew how many times we got this question or this. Or maybe sometimes it's not a question. Sometimes it's more of a comment where people are like, I'm following your training, I'm following your strategy, and I only found, I was using the tool and I only found, 37 leads. We're like, okay, have you talked to all of them? Everybody is we're caught up into this. There are a lot of tools out there that make huge, massive lists, but they're usually just kind of dead, right? Huge, massive dead lists. You try reaching out to them. A lot of the numbers don't work. There used to be businesses. They're not even there anymore. It's much more for us. When we build a tool that will find good leads. It's not
usually based on whatever service we're using as a foot in the door, right?
Yeah. In fact, actually, I meant to share this the other day on the AGM training. One of the things that we're updating you guys for the automated lead importer plugin for AGM is we're going to start allowing the option. We're building this functionality. And so right now you can search by keyword and location, right? So you can go roofers in Maui or whatever, and you can get back a bunch of businesses in Google Maps that are roofers in Maui. But now we're going to also give you the ability to search actual business category. So you know how when you claim a Google business listing, you can set your category. That really helps you to show up in search for different types of searches, right? It gives you some relevance. So we're going to give you that functionality. You can actually search for just the categories in your area or in a specific location and get back those results. So that'll be a nice way to innovate and target those, get more granular with your targeting too.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Sorry, Patches was barking because I had the door shut.
Dorn said he sent 10 cold emails, no response. It doesn't work. Yeah, Dorn, let's throw in the towel. Let's quit. Actually, hey Dorn, I wanted to
I reached out to 3 businesses. Nobody said yes. I'm done. I'm out of here.
But you know, I noticed if you go to the top of the stream, you guys, and you look at the engagement, there's a wow from Dorn today. So he must be feeling pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah. Well, let's do some more shout outs. And by the way, if you're coming in late, right? If you're coming in late, you can find this post that we're looking at on the screen just by going to offlinesharks.com shout outs. Leave a comment in there. Congratulations, a way to go. And at the end of this stream, we're going to give away some Cash App money. So you want to do that. You want to do that now. So let's see. We've Thomas, Jocelyn, Jeff. Oh, Scott Meisner. Another shout out to Scott. Scott's preparing 2. Now he's doing a little bigger mailer, 2 11 by 14 postcard mailings of 10,000. Each has another one planned for May, which is already full for the 9 by 12 size. So think about that. Between now and May, 4 mailers going out. Like that. Damn. It's just amazing. Scott's just crushing it.
Damn. Yeah, you know, a lot of people.
Go ahead. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll talk. What do you guys think about Tom? Seriously, tell me. I've seen a lot of people doing really well with the mailer lately. So good job for everybody that's getting after it. And I saw that, you know, Scott made a post of his family. I think it was his family helping him, you know, bundle the cards up or stack things up and get them ready to go to the post office. So it's awesome. Yeah, he's doing great with it.
Yeah, and you know,
you're back. We were just talking about you.
I heard you. Scott, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen so you guys can see this a little better, but I'll pull it back up here in a second. But this is the mailer that we just did that just hit the mailboxes for Hawaii Thrive. Yeah, we did it under the Hawaii Thrive brand, and Scott did all of the ad design and layout stuff for this. So looks really, really great, Scott. I was really super happy with it, the quality, all that stuff. So, yeah. So a shout out for that too. That was awesome. I meant to grab that before.
Shout out.
Let's go back to our screen. So another shout out is Jason Christian. So signed a new roofing client for site rental, reputation, and social. The client came as a referral. Awesome work, Jason. Awesome work.
I think I saw Jason post another client that he got like just yesterday from now in between that time he made that post. So just crushing it. Congrats, Jason.
Yeah, I saw somebody, I couldn't see who it was because it just said Facebook user, but they were talking about here, this one. I don't know who this is, but a shout out to this person. They just closed a real estate deal for $695. Yeah, I mean, this is awesome. Look at all that stuff. So really, really great. I'm not sure who this is because I can't see, but shout out to you and congratulations. Awesome. So, that's Bruce Mayo. Of course, Bruce. Bruce, awesome work, Bruce. Awesome work. And then a final shout out to Dave Rodhams. His first 9x12 mailer hit the mailboxes on Wednesday. I saw that post, the pictures of the cards. It was really great. Received 2 phone calls the same day and secured 2 new clients for his next mailer. That's, you know, when I talk about how that generates activity, that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like you put that thing out, people notice, they reach out to see what's going on with it and how they can be involved in it and all that kind of stuff. So, and Nick, you just experienced the same thing, right? That mailer hit and didn't somebody, you guys we sent an email to Hawaii Thrive, right? And somebody responded. Yeah.
I actually made a post in the group about this, about, you know, we're prospecting in our area all the time, right? We're using our Hawaii Thrive site, doing the business verification method. We're building a list. And because we have this list, like when the mailer went out, then we sent an email to that list about the mailer. And a good portion of those people that are on that email list receive the mailer. So it's, they see the mailer and then they get this email of a picture of the mailer. And they're like, I recognize that thing. Oh, that's you guys. I didn't know that was you. And it's just another way to get in front of them.
Yeah, hitting them from every angle, right? Like, let's not how real that makes your business. I mean, we have a real business, right? But it really does make it look real. So awesome work, everyone. Awesome work. Congratulations. Dave said, oh, look at this. Dave said he got a third call this AM and sold him for Wednesday's mailer. That's fantastic. That's great. Way to go, Dave. Really, really awesome. Awesome to see that. So congratulations to all the shout outs. Again, if you're on the call right now and you haven't already, go to this post in the Facebook group. You can always find it by going to offlinesharks.com/shout outs. Leave a comment at the end of the stream. We're going to give away some Cash App money. So you'll want to be around for that. In fact, Nick, we should.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, bling, bling, got the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter.
I think we should give away some money right now.
Okay.
That was a little subtle hint.
All right, you got. If you ain't talking money, then your talking don't matter. Okay, name two. Oh, you guys ready? First one to get this question, the answer to this question correct, is going to get some Cash App money. So, what was the name of day 3 gift from the 5 days of free promotion that we just had? Today is day 5.
Today's 5. 5 days. Yeah, we are going to talk about that.
What was the name of the day
3? Oh, man, I don't even know that. I have to look at the show notes. I don't even know the answer to this one. We're giving away so much free stuff. I was like, Cameron, what are you doing, man? Going to put us out of business.
Giving away a lot of stuff. And that's actually the topic of the stream today. Just giving stuff away for free and how you can use that to, build rapport. I mean, and how you can get by giving.
Yeah. I was just looking at, let me see if I can find this because maybe you guys will like this. There is.
Who won? Let me see.
You're gonna have to look.
5 days of free.
I'm trying to find something.
I'm looking. Does anybody see it? Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to find what we gave away in the 3rd day. I can't remember either.
You better tell Shashan to put the answers in the show notes from now on.
Yeah, help. Somebody help.
Shashan, can you Oh my goodness.
Richard Cronin got it. Thank you, Shashan.
Oh, that's great, Shashan.
Richard, are you gonna take the Cash App money and buy some Bitcoin with it? You should. Congrats, Richard.
Way to go, Richard. That's awesome. Yeah, so one of the things I came across the other day, Nick, as I was just going through some old files on my computer, is so back when I was doing the mailer, first doing the mailer, and I hired my first appointment setter. I had this girl, Hannah, and we were doing we were doing the mailer, but we were also doing other stuff. And so this was one of the call scripts that I had her doing. And it was for because you're talking about giving it away. So it was a free website call, right? So I'd have her call up the people on my list, and she would say, Aloha, my name's Hannah. I'm calling from PS Direct Marketing located here in Kihei, and we're currently expanding the services we offer to include new patient acquisition for chiropractors here on Maui. And so this would be a list of chiropractors, right? So we're offering a free patient getting website to 3 chiropractors on the island to introduce this new service. Would you be the person I'd talk to about that? And then if they said yes, then she would say, yeah, oh, great. This is how the promotion works. The website's totally free. And once it's done, you own the site. We host and maintain the site for you. There is a small monthly hosting management fee. I was doing like $39.95 a month for this. However, if you pay for the whole 12 months up front, it's only $19.95 a month. So $239.40 for the year and keep the website, even if you don't use us for hosting after the first year. Or they could just host it on their own hosting, right? They didn't have to take that. And if they said no to that question, then we'd find out who we needed to talk to and set an appointment. So that was kind of a way we were doing, using a free website as a way to set appointments and do stuff like that.
So what was her results with that?
Man, this has been so long. They were good. Like she was, I can't remember exactly how many people we signed up because we did a lot of different niches, right? I don't think we did very well in the chiropractor one, but we did really well in like the services, like in the home services niches.
Well,
like
what about just in the appointment setting portion of it? I'm not talking. Oh
my God, the appointment setting part was like out of control. She was setting so many appointments for me that I started helping a friend of mine because he had just bought a company where they put like these ads in the bathrooms in restaurants. Mm-hmm. And he was trying to sign people up for that. And Hannah was keeping me. So, and by the way, she was only working like 10 hours a week for me. So she was working 10 hours a week, just calling and setting appointments. And she was setting so many appointments for me each week, like anywhere from 6 to 8, sometimes 10 appointments. It was keeping me so busy that I told my friend, I was like, look, I'm getting more appointments than I can handle. How about I have Hannah work 5 hours for you and 5 hours for me? And we'll just split the cost. And so that's what we did. And so then she was setting half of her time appointments for him. He was closing deals, and then I was closing deals too. But I had to kind of scale it back a little because it was getting to be a lot, right? Because I was doing it all.
And so how are you paying her?
So I just paid her a flat $15 an hour.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. I just paid her a flat 15. I was really, really scared to do it because it was like, I couldn't get my mind off of the fact that I was going to have to spend $150 a week.
Yeah.
right. Like it was really, it was scary, but like, it's like, I mean, I closed one deal, like she started 1 week and the next week I closed one deal and it was, I think a $1,500 deal, which basically like not only paid for that first week, but also, I mean, I was good for like another few weeks. So yeah, it really paid off. Made a big difference. I mean, it changed my business, right? It changed my business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so many ways that you can position giving stuff away for free in order to start a relationship, build a relationship, get some credibility, build your portfolio. That's another big one, right? Giving something away for free to build your portfolio. A lot of people don't have any experience to like talk about when they're just getting started. So the fact that they don't have a portfolio is sometimes a mental block, kind of similar to what Tom was talking about a few minutes ago about not being able to get over having to possibly spend $150 a week to somebody for a service that he was hiring them for. But it's weird, those little things that we can get caught up that can stop us. I'd actually, just before the call, I don't know if he's on this live with us. I got a Facebook message from a shark who was saying, is site speed still a good foot in the door strategy? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, why wouldn't it be a good foot in the door strategy? Right? Like, how does having a slow website, how does like pointing that out not sound for a good foot in the door strategy? Have you ever been to a slow website and gotten irritated because you needed to access some information and it was slow? Like, that is never not going to be a problem for somebody that you can offer to solve, right? And I made mention to the shark, like, dude, you got to get out of that mindset about trying to figure out why something isn't going to work, you know? Like think about it in your head and come like, is this an actual problem for somebody? And if I found somebody with this problem, if I pointed it out and presented it to them in a way that made sense, would they probably offer to pay me to fix it? Like probably, right? So it's not about, I know that, and I say that, you know, I understand why a lot of people are skeptic because there's so much nonsense out there. You know, there's a lot of people putting products out there and things out there that don't really even make sense. They don't even work. So I understand the skepticism, but I know for, you know, us here at Offline Sharks, like if we had a strategy that wasn't working or that for some reason was obsolete, we would take it off of the market, right? Like we wouldn't be like telling people to do that. And we've done that before, right? We've done that before with a couple of strategies because it didn't make sense anymore. But for the most part, what we do at Offline Sharks, these are like evergreen strategies, right? We're finding things that we can use for a long time, ongoing, and by way of helping people, solving problems and getting paid. So yeah, the whole going back to the whole free approach of, you know, sometimes the thinking can stop us from getting started with that. I think what's a good way to overcome that, Tom? Those mental,
And, you know, for me, like a lot of times for me, it's just doing the thing,
right?
right? Like you have to just realize, like, you know, because even with you know, the last person we had doing a appointment setting, that was that thing too. Like in the beginning, it was like you have an idea and then there's always 15 reasons why it's not going to work, right? Like it's just natural that everybody goes to that. You just have to kind of push that stuff aside and just actually try it. Like let your results tell you what's working and what's not your brain, right? Like,
Right.
Like if you come to me and and I give you an idea and you say, Tom, that won't work. And I say, oh, well, what makes you think that? And you say, well, I made 1,000 calls. I talked to this and like, and nothing happened. Then I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. All right. That's probably not a good idea. Like, but unless you've like tested and actually tried it, like I tend to just put those thoughts aside. Like, obviously I want it to, I mean, some things you'll just know are not good, but for most of it, usually when it comes to prospecting, it's all that mental blockage, right? Just to try to keep you from doing it.
Yeah. You know, somebody just said,
which is another reason, by the way, an appointment setter is so good because you don't have to like, you're not like, how do I say this? Like when you have somebody else calling and setting the appointments, there's no mental blockage for you because you're not even doing it. Right. Like, so you just take like just removing yourself from the equation and the system of setting the appointments a lot of times will drastically increase your results because now you don't even have to deal with that. Like you don't have to deal with the stress of that, right? You just have them do the thing for you. And yeah.
Hey, Richard's saying you can't get the cash out. Richard, it's probably because you're in New Zealand. Let us know your PayPal and we'll just send it that way.
Yeah. Put that comment back up there though.
Yeah. So someone, I don't know who it is because they're not logged in, said that, do we have any training for appointment setters? They want to change things up. So two comments to that. Yes, we have the appointment setter blueprint in your AGM members area, but we've also been working something. I kind of leaked some of the information the other day about it. It's called the Yellow Brick Road strategy that we've been working on. And actually, when I say working on, I mean like we're actively every day working on it. In fact, just before the call, I had Elle and our appointment setter send me their current calendar, right? I wanted to see what appointments came in off of our appointment setter. So you can see today, just today, so far, we have 5 appointments, right? Yesterday, we had another 6. The day before that, 1, 2, 3, 4. So anyway, what we're doing now is pretty exciting because we have kind of a new spin on things that we're doing. And so we are going to share that with everybody. If you're a Shark Alliance member, you guys have early access, right? We're going to send that to you guys because you're part of the Shark Alliance. We always like to take care of our Shark Alliance members, of course. For the rest of you, you know, towards the end of the month, we're going to be sharing more information about the Yellow Brick Road strategy. But you guys are going to absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's really good. Everyone, you know, we've shown it to a few people, and everybody that we show it to is like, oh my gosh, like this is awesome. Like this like solves like one of the biggest problems most people have, which is not consistently prospecting, right? Just not doing it consistently. And
Well, when you see those types of results, right? Who here put a 5 in the chat if you would like to have 5 appointments in your calendar pretty much every day of the week.
or tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much every day of the week.
Tomorrow.
And not have to make those appointments yourself. Lots. Yeah. I mean, you'd be crazy to be in the world we're in and not want that, right? Richard, you're gonna crush it with this.
Yeah.
100%. Another example, Tom, I was thinking about this, of the giving something away for free. You know, I have worked with like nonprofits before. You guys put nonprofit in the comments if you have worked with a nonprofit organization before. So I know some of you might have already. Some of you may have turned it down. Sometimes you can't take on a nonprofit organization because sometimes you're busy, right? Maybe you can't take on the workload, right? You don't have the infrastructure. You're already spending 8 hours a day doing all the work yourself, or your team is, overworked. But I just wanted to kind of give you an example of when I worked with this one always comes up because it's really significant for me. I worked with a nonprofit. I set them up with a website. They needed a website. And it's kind of something that I was debating in my mind. I don't really want to do it. In fact, there's another one right now that I'm looking at helping. But back to the one I wanted to talk about before. Holy crap, there's a lot of people that have been working with nonprofits in this group, which is amazing to see. Not only because you're helping out a good cause, but because it goes back around, right? You put that goodwill out there and it comes back around. I mean, we just got done doing, well, we're not done yet, but the 5 days of free, right? We just loaded you guys up 5 days of free, awesome stuff that, we wanted to share with you all because, hey, the more we all level up together, the more, that's better for all of us, right? So, I built a website for this nonprofit, turned into another website client. They made a referral to somebody else. Hey, Nick built our website. That client turned into a monthly SEO client, plus a monthly publishing client, and then another website client after that. Just from that one free website, right? I got 2 recurring clients. One of them still with me today. Gosh, we've probably been working together for 2-3 years. They sent me about $300 a month, and it costs me $75 to outsource the fulfillment. So every single month for the last 2 years, I've made, $225 around there, just without even really having to do anything. Sometimes I forward an email. Sometimes I forward an email to the fulfillment team to help me do that. All because I built this free website.
That's awesome. I know too, not just actually doing a service for them, but even just giving your time. Like, for instance, one of the things somebody in my BNI group, they would do like a charity car wash every year. And then there was another person in there. They also had this thing where they would raise money for the local theater. Those were 2 of the best networking things I did all year. Like, because when I showed up to the charity car wash, and like the guy who owns one of the bigger insurance agencies here on Maui was right there with me washing cars. Like, what an opportunity to just like talk and like start to build a relationship with the guy, right? And at one of the things for the local theater, one time the mayor was at my table. The other time, a guy that owns Tamara's, which is like a big like pokey wine liquor kind of deli store here in Hawaii. They have places on Oahu, places on Maui. Like, he was sitting right next to me. Him and his wife were next to me and my wife, right? So there's always the printer that I worked with. Like, I worked with a printer here for a while. He was always there. The guy that ran the Aloha visitor guides, like I met him at those events. So, not necessarily just giving them something, but just showing up and participating in those things, giving your time can be super valuable as well.
Did you know that that Maui theater or the EO theater, like Frank Sinatra and Bob Hope came there at like one point.
Yeah, I knew they did, and I think I can't remember if Elvis played there. Like, I mean, it's a historic landmark, right? Like they made it a historic landmark.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
new property I bought is like, and have been slaving away at, working my ass off. It's like a
Welcome to the real estate business, Nick.
maybe like a 7-minute walk to that theater, which is pretty cool.
You mean you don't just buy it and then sell it 2 days later and make a bunch of money?
No.
It doesn't work
But
like that.
No, but it's been good. It's been good. I've already got it rented out pretty much. I got tenants coming in April 1st. So I'm just kind of the in-between guy. I'm the gopher, you know. I got to go to Lowe's and Home Depot 5 times a day to keep everybody busy.
Awesome. Hey, let's do our before we run out of time here, let's do our member of the week. Every week we pick someone from our group the week before to highlight and say, hey, thanks for participating. Thanks for helping in the group. Thanks for being a standout member in the group for that week. We send them some special Offline Shark stuff. So someone from our team will reach out to you if you're the member of the week. But this week, our member of the week, I was glad to see this. Our member of the week, Mr. Dave Rodhams. Congratulations, Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
Really awesome, Dave. And really great to see you having success with your first 9x12 mailer and getting all that stuff together. Really, really, really good. So somebody from our team will reach out to you and they'll get you set up with your special member of the week prize. And if you want to be member of the week, all you got to do is in the Facebook group, participate, share what's going on, help other people out, provide value to the other people in the group. As we've been talking about, just give a little, right? Just give a little of your time, a little of your experience, a little of your thoughts, and help another member out. And we'll be looking at the group, and we'll pick a new one next week.
Heck yeah, you guys, could you tag Dave and congratulate him? I know a lot of you already have, but I mean that's pretty huge, right? Was that his first 9x12?
Yes,
it was first 9x12. You remember that feeling, Tom? What was it like?
That's pretty awesome. It's funny to think back on it now. Like I just did this interview.
Share your gift with us.
I just did this interview the other day, and some people on there were asking me about what was it? Did it feel like to have your first success? And it's really interesting because when I think about it now, like it really, like it was such a. I hadn't built anything long lasting, right? And because I know what happened after that, like when I did the first mailer, like making that what was it, $3 or $4 grand I made in profit was like, it was like the best thing in the world. Cause you're like, oh, this is it. I can do this. I got this. Like the wife goes, oh my God, you can make money. Of course, then I proceeded to like practically drive that business into the ground because I was a shitty entrepreneur, right? But anyway, and I think back and I'm like, oh, that really it especially in Hawaii, $3 grand does not get very far here. Did you guys see that Hawaii just raised the state tax to 16%?
Well, it's going, I mean, they're probably going to raise. It's not final yet, but yeah.
Oh.
If you guys know a good spot in Las Vegas, got, a good piece of real estate out there, let us know.
Nevada, baby. Let's go.
Gambling, taxes.
Oh my goodness. What else can we talk about? Let's see. Oh, I keep meaning to, I don't know how I can tie this into what we're doing. Maybe I should save this for another call when we can talk about this.
Are you about to show us a magic trick?
No, it's not a magic trick. It's this thing. I've had it sitting on my desk to talk about on the live shows for a long time, but I haven't done it. Can you see what it is?
Is that a Tamagotchi?
It's a Donkey Kong. It's a Donkey Kong watch. Like you can play Donkey Kong. This is from like 1994. Like you can play Donkey Kong on the screen using these little controls, right?
That's super cool.
Yeah. Well, I bought this because I saw this article and story on the guy in Nintendo, and now I can't think of his name. I had it all worked out so I could talk about it. But he talked about like Nintendo's strategy of like using old technology but combining it with other stuff in a new way. That was their whole thing, because they couldn't compete with the big boys, right? So like they used all this like really old technology that was inexpensive, but they did it in unique ways, like putting it on a watch, which people weren't really doing. And anyway, so I've had this watch on my desk to remind me to look for those connections, right? Like what's already out there that I could connect in a way that other people aren't doing and create something new, right? Because I have to look up the guy's name. The guy at Nintendo, what he did, he was riding into Nintendo one day, and he saw a guy on a calculator, and he thought, oh, I wonder if people would want to have a game in their pocket that they could play when they're like on their commute to work. So they created the little they're called the pocket watches, these little games you could just put in your pocket, and that was really what launched Nintendo, right? And then eventually they had the Game Boy, which was the all-time best-selling thing. And the Game Boy, like when you looked at the Game Boy, like the technology of the Game Boy was like, it was always in black and white, right? Like Sega came out with the color things and all that stuff. And every time a new competitor would come out, they would go to that guy that invented the Game Boy, and they'd be like, there's a new competitor. And he would be like, is their screen color or black and white? And they would say, well, it's color. And he'd go, they're never going to beat us. Like he knew that, like that was the appeal of the Game Boy, right? Was like this retro, the thing that was their thing. And everybody else thought, oh, if we use better graphics, if we use this. But the problem was those things were always changing and they were expensive to produce. So Game Boy was able to just always compete, right? Always compete.
Man, I love that Game Boy. I used to play so many games in that thing. Double Dragon, Tetris.
You ever look up that story? I mean, it's a super interesting story.
Super Mario. All those ones. And it was like a good foot in the door, right? Like you had the Game Boy. Next thing you know, you're buying the Nintendo. You got the Super Nintendo. You got the Sega. You work your way all the way up. PlayStation, N64. I can't even keep up anymore. They got like Xbox 10. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Gun. I'm going to screw this up, but Gunpei Yokoi was the guy who invented it. And he, by the way, he was like, he went to Nintendo just because he wanted to stay home. And he was like, he wasn't even an official game developer there. He worked in an entirely different department. And the CEO trying to turn Nintendo around asked everybody in the company if they had any ideas. And he came with this idea. And then he ended up becoming their head of R&D and running the whole thing and inventing the Game Boy. But the thing he invented was the cross pad. You know, the arrows, the little cross, the arrows up and down and the A and B buttons. He invented that as a necessity to make his little games in the pockets. But I forget what he calls it the, what is the name of the thing? The story is so interesting. Like there's a couple things about the Nintendo kind of Sega story that I think are really good. One is this, hold on, what did he call it? I got to find the name. One is this, right? Like his, hold on, strategy, I think is what they call it.
You know, one thing I've noticed about just the gaming mentality that has made like when I'm looking to hire, right? Looking to hire like people to help with SEO. It's you have to almost be a gamer in a sense, or have that mindset, right? Where like you like to figure out how to get through the level and get out through all of the obstacles. And if there's something that changes or there's a boss in the way and it doesn't quite work out, you figure out how to beat the boss and then go around them to beat the level, right? It's a lot like, I mean, shoot, that's a lot like entrepreneurship just in general, right? Every single day, it's just fire after fire after fire after fire, right? You're just putting out fires all day.
Yeah. He's like, what am I going to do? Yeah.
decisions, right? Decisions, fires. And you just have to figure out the best way to problem solve, like every single day, all day long. And, I think it's why a lot of gamers are good at like doing things like SEO. It's not a requirement, but there's a lot of people out there, like some of the best SEOs are gamers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know like some of the people in our space are huge gamers, right? The guy's technology, I couldn't think of the name of it. He called it weathered. And there's debate whether he meant withered or weathered, but he called it their weathered technology approach, which was like they used older technology, but in a new way, right? That was the guy at Nintendo. So I thought that story was really interesting, which is what led me to this Donkey Kong watch. I was so excited when it came. My wife was like, "You are nuts."
You ordered that thing?
Yeah,
You bought that thing?
Huh?
You bought that thing?
Yeah, I ordered it off of Etsy. I had to search and find it. And because I was like, I wanted something to remind me. Like, I love having little reminders around my office of things that I just look at and go, oh, yeah, I need to remember, like, this is what I'm trying to do, right? Like things that kind of inspire me, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So this was one of them. It wasn't expensive. Like I found one. I can't believe in what great shape it was. Like, and how much I was less than $100, and the other ones were like $200-$300. People are asking for them. So I looked into it. So I went ahead and got it. But
that's funny.
Yeah. But like I did a blog post at tomgaddis.com about another thing that I found when I was, on this rabbit hole of Nintendo and all this stuff was Sega, right? Like Sega, like now Nintendo's the big dog, right? Nintendo is the one, they're the only gaming system in Walmart. Sega comes along and they want to get into Walmart and Walmart won't let them in. And Nintendo doesn't want them in Walmart, right? So it's like Nintendo's doing everything it can to keep Sega out of Walmart. Sega can't get in. So finally, Sega just says, enough. We want to be in Walmart. So they go to the town where the Walmart headquarters are, and they buy Sega ads on every billboard in the town where the Walmart headquarters are. And then they opened a Sega store across the street from the Walmart headquarters. So every day those people are driving in, they could see people in the Sega store and all. Like they just basically went in and took over the town, like put in a Sega store, put all the billboards up, and it worked. They got into Walmart. So I had this article about how far would you go to get basically it's like how far would you go to get a client, right? Like that's a lot of stuff they did, but it was probably, it's the thing that made them, millions and millions of dollars, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dorn says SEO is gaming. Dorn, it is like gaming. Except you play with real money, right? You get customers and you can make real money. Adil says, do you use virtual assistants to directly go after main service inquiries or only foot in the door services? Both, Adil. If you have like a good foot in the door service that you're excited about, right? You feel pretty passionate about, then use that. But if you're trying to reach out about a specific service, then you can do that too. The thing about the foot in the door service is it's usually a little easier to get somebody to commit to whatever it is with something smaller, and then work your way up to the bigger promise, the bigger main service, which is kind of the phenomena of the foot in the door strategy to begin with.
Yeah. Oh, and we mentioned earlier, Nick, the 5 days of free, but just so you guys know, today is the last day of that. So if you haven't gone over to offlinesharks.com/5 days and taken advantage of the 5 days of free, you should do that. There's really nothing. I think there's one offer that's free, but you do have to pay the shipping, like the last one, I think, but
that's
it's totally worth it. So yeah, but everything.
Can you kind of break down that Ian's book? You guys, it's free, but you have to pay the shipping.
Yeah. So the book is Persuasion, Secrets of a Persuasion Hitman by Ian Stanley. And it's a really great book. It's a super quick read. It's, Ian's thoughts on direct marketing and getting clients. And even the title of the book is like a little mini marketing lesson, because when you think about Like, what's a persuasion hitman? Like, I mean, think about that for a second. What is that? What do they do? Like, how much would they charge? Like, how much would it cost to hire a persuade? Like, you see how it's different from just saying I'm a marketer or I'm a copywriter or I do SEO, right? Like, it's a kind of a little mini lesson in positioning, right? Like, how can you differentiate yourself? And he talks about in the book how it's just something he made up. He just started telling everybody, I'm a persuasion hitman, like, because it set him apart, right? And it was like, oh, well, we're hiring him because he's different. We're not, and then he wasn't tied to the normal rates that most people made because he wasn't lumped in their category. Hope that makes sense. That's a really good lesson. Anyway, the book's fantastic. I've read it a couple of times. I think it's really, really great. Ian, I've had him on my podcast. Super nice guy, really, really smart. He sold millions and millions of dollars in products and stuff, and not like courses and things like that, like physical products and all kinds of stuff. So supplements and water. He had a water company. So, the advice and the things he talks about in there are really, really good.
Yeah, and the shipping charge is only $5, you guys. So, all the other offers are entirely free. The book is free. You just have to pay the shipping. So if you guys haven't checked that out, offlinesharks.com, 5 days, go check it out. Everything's there. We wanted to put some goodwill out there in the spirit of the topic that we've been talking about. And that's what we're doing. A lot of really good information. I mean, that grant training right there, you guys need to check that out if you haven't checked that out, because as you know, a new stimulus plan has just been approved. Not a whole lot for small businesses, which is kind of crazy, but there's some out there. So are you laughing at that picture that somebody made of me?
Army hat cracks me up.
Yeah, that's great. Appreciate that. Whoever did that. I think it's probably Cameron.
Me with that machine gun right next to you. That would have made it even better.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys saw that one.
Let's see. Yeah. I mean, look at this.
And then, of course, the training from Ron Cunningham, longtime shark. I mean, you guys got to check that out. Great strategy there. And then, of course, Ian Stanley as well. So,
a lot of great stuff on here. And again, all of it's free. So go check it out. We just wanted to give back to you guys. We, like Nick and I really like, man, we love you guys. Like, we appreciate everything you guys do in our community, just being sharks. Like, we really do. We do spend a lot of time talking about what can we do for our people? What can we do for our tribe? What can we do for our sharks to really help them out? And, when we talk about that stuff, most of the time, like how we're going to make money from it or anything like that is not in the conversation. Like that's not really our ultimate goal. Like we want this community to be great. We want to build it up. We want you guys to succeed. And we want to have some fun along the way. We all want to have some fun along the way. So, yeah, thanks for everything you guys do, and go enjoy the 5 days of free. You guys will love it.
Good stuff. Well, let's pick those winners. I already got the names of the last Cash App prize. For those of you that missed the beginning of the stream, like if you come to the beginning of the stream, we give you a chance to win some Cash App money there, sometimes in the middle, sometimes at the end too. So you want to just show up for the whole thing, usually for all of our trainings. And right now, can you play the money song again?
Yeah, I was just going to say, can I play the money song one more time before you announce it?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money,
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, bling, bling, got the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter.
There you go. One more time. That gets it exciting every time.
So 2 winners of the Cash App prize goes to Jack Rutledge and Marcus Toller. Hopefully you guys are here. Jack Rutledge and Marcus Toller, you guys, thank you for congratulating your fellow sharks. It's an honor to be able to congratulate everybody and see your successes and be a part of this community, guys. So thanks for hanging out with us today.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. We're going to be here next Friday for the next Aloha Friday Marketing Jam session. Same time, same place. Nick and I look forward to seeing you guys. We'll see you in the Facebook group. If you guys need anything, let us know. You can throw if you have your Cash App tag, you can throw that in the comments here, and our team will pull it out and get your prize money if you want a prize. If not, then someone from our team will reach out to you, and we can do that as well. So awesome. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Aloha, everybody. Stay safe out there.
See you guys.